Hello! I thought I'd come on and share this, my little light bulb moment with you. I was gutted, as were probably a lot of people, when Stampin' Up decided to retire the Pansy punch. I was bad enough last year when they got rid of the little petite petals punch, and the Pansy punch was just like the finishing blow. So we now don't have, well, we have got that 4 petal, this one, but as yet I'm not in love with it. Anyway, so with those other punches you had a quick and instant flower that was pretty and it worked, it was simple. So I was trying to think of things to use as an alternative. And then it dawned on me, one of the things that we all did when we started out in crafting, one of the simplest forms of making flowers was cutting a spiral and rolling it up. So that's what I did. And the bonus of it is, it don't matter what card you're doing, or it just doesn't matter, because you can just use any card, paper, anything to roll into little roses. So I'll show you, this is the card I made today with the little flowers. There they are. I did my, this is a birthday card for a friend. I did the baby wipe technique behind there with like hints of gold in it. That is on my playlist, the video for that, if you want to go and watch that, because it gives you amazing backgrounds. And then this is one of the delightfully detailed laser die cut sheets. And I've just coloured it with Blackberry Bliss ink. So they're those cute little flowers cut in Blackberry Bliss to match the card there in the background, and some of the little bits of Blackberry Bliss that I used in the background technique. And then I also used them by cutting some of the DSP to match with this card that I made for a challenge. So anyway, I'll show you how easy it is to do them. These are some of the flowers that I made. I've got to remember to try not to get my head in. This one I've added Winker Stella. So it's, I'll try and move my, so it's kind of sparkly. I've made one with vellum, like a little flower with vellum. And then some of the Share What You Love DSP, made that with that. A mint macaron card, berry burst, red. You can just, any little scraps you've got, for instance, this little bit of, you'd probably just throw that away. No. Get your scissors. You want to cut a rough circle, and it really doesn't matter how rough it is. I'll trim off, like, if you've got too many really pointy bits, like that, and then just go in and cut a spiral. It doesn't matter if it's rough, it don't have to be fancy and neat. So there you go, just a spiral. Cut off some of the too pointier bits, and then get yourself a quilling tool. If you haven't got a quilling tool, you could use a pair of round nose pliers and just coil the end round with that. You can use your fingers if you don't have stupid nails. And then so you thread it onto your quilling tool like so, and then just start coiling it round. Now I do like to put a little dab of glue when my nozzle's not blocked up, just on the, right near the centre. So just so, I like the centre to be held tight. But I mean, how loose or tight you have yours is up to you, because there's no wrong and right. It don't matter if it comes really unwound. I think they still look nice. Right, let's try and keep this in view. I don't know whether I can change the light, so just keep winding it round and round. And then when you cut your spiral, you kind of leave like a little, excuse the colour of my hands, it's from the inking. You leave a little round bit, and that's where you put your glue on. If you want it instant dry, use like hot glue, because they'll, and then just hold it tight for a minute, and then there it is. Oh, the light is terrible. There you go. A cute little round rose will adorn all of your lovely little projects. Actually, that one is really cute. Let me show you up close. Sweet. So that you can just sort of like add them onto your projects. You could put them on tags. Let's move that out of the way a bit. So let me make you another one. I've done one out of, I wonder, I might be able to get one out of there. Let me just, as long as you've got something to like mark a circle with, I just use a pokey tool and sort of like scratch around it so I can see roughly. Be a miracle if I get it out of that, but let's try. I like having the a different in size. Now, another tip is, if you've got any of those like fancy edge scissors, or your kids have, you could cut around your spiral with those, and then you'd get like a fully edged flower. Or how about using a scallop die, a scallop circle die. Right, round and round. Our village church must be practicing for a wedding. It sounds lovely. Right, so you get the end, poke it into your quilling tool's just got like a little, you're never going to be able to see it because it's tiny, like a little slot in the end, and you've got to get your paper in there, right at the end. Mine's just come out. Crafted under pressure. Right, get back in. There we go. Right, round we go. Just put a little tiny bit of glue. And you can add Winker Stella to them, glitter. I don't know what I said before, I dipped mine in Versamark and added the copper embossing powder. Just dipped it in, shook off the excess, and then heat set it. Right, there we go. Hold it for a few seconds, just to let the glue grab. And there you go. A tiny, tiny little roll rose. So, as you can see, I don't need me to keep making them. There's loads there. And you can see how amazing they look on these cards. You don't need anything. You don't need a quilling tool, but if you do want one, I bought a pack of 5, I think it was, on Amazon for about £3. They're dead cheap. You probably get them on eBay. I wanted them from Amazon because they came next day. But yeah, they're super easy to do and just a perfect quick flower. I hope you all enjoy this little tip, and they just look super cute, don't they? And I look forward to seeing them on all your boxes and bags and everything else. Thank you very much for your time. Remember, if you want to look for the background technique with the baby wipe inking technique, just check down in my videos, it will be there. I'll also be featuring these cards on my blog, which is cotswoldcrafter.blogspot.co.uk, and I'll leave the link below to Stampin' Up website as well if you want to buy any of the card or DSPs. So thank you very much for now. Bye.